Hey guys, what is up? It's your girl, Grace Tori, and I'm back with a whole new podcast episode. Today we are talking about what is in and what is out for spring fashion this year. If you're new here, I do this every single season. I talk about the best hobbies, essentials, all the things in another episode, which I'll post on Wednesday. But then I also like to do a fashion episode, so that's the one we're doing today. I'm really excited. I feel like I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours, but I don't think you guys would want me to do that. So I just tried to break it down to some essentials and things that I feel like you guys are going to be really interested in hearing. What is the most trendy items and things like that. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Before I do, don't forget to follow on whatever platform you are currently listening on, and let's get into these spring fashion trends. I'm Grace Tori, and you're listening to That Girl the Podcast. Grab a beverage of choice and settle in, because the new episode is starting now. One thing I want to say is, if these trends are not like your style, don't feel bad. Like, these are just the most popular trends at the time. That doesn't mean that your style isn't still like beautiful, authentic, lovely, all of those amazing things. Like, you be you. These are just with poppin'. So for example, I may not be like the girliest girl. I'm kind of grungy, kind of girly, but that doesn't mean that like I still don't appreciate the girly girl trends and things like that. So just because it's not your style just doesn't mean that like your style is bad, or like vice versa. Obviously everything is subjective with fashion. That's kind of why we all love it. But that being said, one trend that I feel like is just gonna take over this spring is the coquette, like baby doll vibe that's going on. Just type in coquette fashion on Pinterest if you don't know what I'm talking about, and you'll see. Just bows, ruffles, all the works, very baby doll. It kind of has picked up a little bit of momentum, and you've started to see a lot more videos and things around it, and I think it's really gonna take off in the spring when there's like pinks and all these fun things to play with that aren't necessarily as popular in the winter. And also you have the effect of like it being warmer out, so you can get away with sundresses and things like that. So I think this is really going to be the most popular trend overall this spring, and we're really going to see some cool looks with it as it gets warmer and people start experimenting more and things like that. One pattern I think we're going to see a lot of is vintage florals. I am excited for this. I love vintage florals. I don't know if I'll be participating yet because I don't know if they love me as much. I don't know how good I look in them, but I definitely am excited to see more of this. I am just like, I don't know, I love spring. Fall is my favorite fashion time, but spring is a close second because it's so like feminine and I don't even know, like just feminine, I guess. Like it just is very dainty and feminine and fun, and I don't know, I really do enjoy spring fashion, so I'm excited to see what is like more trendy this year. Colors, buckle up. These are the colors I'm seeing a lot of. There's a lot. Like, I don't know, usually we stick to like 3 to 5 colors. Not this year. I've seen creams, beige, baby pink, tan, bright pink, gold, all over sage green, and yellow. So those are the colors that I think are going to be poppin'. I've seen a lot of them already, and I think they're going to probably be the main ones. It's very like this whole fashion vibe for the spring is going to be very like she is baby. Like I am baby. I am feminine. I am dainty. I am delicate. But I think that there's something different about it because in the past, very feminine and dainty almost meant fragile. But I think that the reason that it's become so popular this time around is because women are anything but, and we're owning our power. And it's almost like the irony of us stepping into our power and knowing our worth and being able to stand up for ourselves, and then dressing dainty and feminine at the same time, knowing like beneath that exterior you are like a strong badass woman. I just think it's so cool. Like, not that you can't be feminine and strong at the same time. Obviously we all are. That's not what I'm saying. But in society, people tend to associate dainty feminine things with not being a badass. Like, you're more soft spoken, you're more kind, you're more reserved, and like this time around, we're owning our power and being like, no, we can be both. Like, we can be feminine and a badass. And I just am so proud of us. And I think it's dope. Like, that being the trend, like, this trending at the same time that we're just, like, all, like, fed up and, like, being the coolest freaking women out there. It's just really cool to me to see. So it's, like, different than the first time that all of this stuff trend, like, a long time ago. It's very, we're stepping into our power and being like, and you know what? We can be feminine at the same time. So take that, world. So hopefully that came across the way I was trying for it to. I don't know. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So one of my favorite people, fashion-wise, beauty-wise, life-wise, that I look up to so much is Madison Beer. I love Madison Beer. And I think that her fashion, like her, just like that whole vibe, every single thing she wears is very, very on trend with what fashion is going to be this spring. So if you're looking for an example, literally anything Madison Beer wears is the vibes. Also, it's very Alice in Wonderland core. Like, those are the vibes. Very, like, baby doll. I don't know how else to put it. So those are two, like, examples of, like, what the trend is. I also noticed that there's a lot of modern takes on old money fashion. An example of that is old money tends to be modest for the most part. I've seen a lot of old money outfits, but the tops are cropped so you can see people's midriff or a little bit of their stomach if they're wearing a high-waisted outfit with the cropped top. Like, it's just a more modern vibe to old money, and I've noticed a lot of designers doing it with their runways, and it's just an interesting take that I think is definitely trickling its way down to all of us, and it's going to become a new fashion, especially in the spring as it gets a little bit warmer out. So old money, but we're being more daring, showing more skin, having our own takes on it. I mentioned ruffles, but like ruffled shirts and things like that are poppin'. Button-up shirts, whether that's, I'm not seeing a lot of flannels. I'm seeing a lot of the sheer monotone button-up shirts that you can tie or you can tuck in, just very basic. I think that we're all very interested in doing a capsule closet because all of us are kind of over, you know, it's very trendy to be sustainable right now, so we're all jumping on that capsule closet trend, which means a lot of whites, a lot of blacks, a lot of basics, and with that comes the basic button-up sheer shirt. And so I've seen a lot of that. I've seen it in denim, I've seen it in white, I've seen it in black, and I think that that's definitely going to continue to be a trend. I know it is. I've seen it everywhere. That with like some jeans is very, very on trend. I've noticed a lot of the skirts and dresses have been long or like maxi, whether they're satin, whether they're, what is that? Oh my gosh, not me forgetting what kind of fabric it is. It's like the see-through fabric. I literally can't remember the name of it. I'm just out here embarrassing myself. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like see-through and it's long and it's kind of like, I don't know. You guys get the vibe. I'm just seeing a lot of long skirts and maxi dresses. So that's something that I think is going to continue, especially the cropped top with the long skirt and that like where it's like a two-piece matching pattern. I've seen a lot of that. I think that's going to be a trend spring and summer. So that's definitely going to continue. Halter tops, very classy. I love a halter top. I'm seeing a lot of them and it makes me want some. Just like some halter tank tops that you can just wear with literally anything, dress it up, dress it down. That may be something I have to get from Amazon. Let me know if you guys would be interested in me doing like a highlight on my Instagram that is just things you can get from like Amazon with the link that are these vibes, like on trend for the spring. Because I would love to put that together with you guys and just have it on there so that you guys can shop it. I'm not like an Amazon affiliate or anything, so I wouldn't get anything from it, so don't worry about that. It would literally just be me doing it because I already look for that stuff anyway and just putting a highlight on my Instagram so that you guys can shop it and see it and kind of know what I'm talking about. So yeah, comment or DM me or something like that if that's something you would be interested in. I would not mind doing that at all. Crocheted sweaters, whether they're more cardigan, whether they are actual sweaters, I think that we're going to see more of the cardigan vibes because you can do a lot more with them. Also, Taylor kind of popularized these again. Not that they ever went out of style, but Taylor Swift, if you don't know which Taylor I'm talking about, really affects the trends of what's going on. And her, obviously, like, crochet type cardigans for each album, they brought it back. I mean, not that it ever went anywhere, but it's even more trendy now. So I'm seeing crocheted sweaters in some fun colors, some pastels, maybe a hot pink. Like, I've seen a lot of different ones, and they're definitely not going anywhere this season, especially when it's a little bit colder still. Let's talk about hair. There's two main hair styles when it comes to, like, the length that I have seen over and over, and I don't think they're going anywhere. One, your natural hair. So your natural, whether it's wavy, whether it's straight, whatever your natural hair is, the girlies are kind of over the hairstyling tools. I have noticed that. I've been trying to rock mine. It's wet right now, so if you're watching, you can't really tell, but I'm trying to heal my curls. That was like a goal for 2024, so we're trying. But I will say the two styles I've seen are either long hair that's like that beach waver wavy thanks to TikTok, that's super long, or short hair that's so short it makes a statement. I think by this, the perfect example would be either Amber Fillerup or Chelsea Jade Curtis. Chelsea Jade is the one who comes to mind immediately. Like, her short hair, every time I listen to the podcast and see her hair from their podcast cover, I instantly want to cut my hair, but I am trying to grow it out. I've been trying to grow it out for a long time, and I keep getting it cut because I get impulsive. So I'm trying to, like, stick to it, but man, every time I see that picture, it gets a little bit more daunting, a little bit more tempting to chop it all off. But I think those are the two, like, different hair types, either really long or super short. When it comes to styling, I think messy buns or claw clips are definitely in style. Messy hair or very put together hair. So your hair is either messy, a little bit unruly, or it's extremely put together with like a bow or some sort of pearl clip, something like that. I also think that simple ponytails or like very simple hairstyles are very in style too. That like gelled back clean girl hairstyle that came here like 2 years ago still hasn't gone anywhere. The very, very gelled back clean, no flyaways. I think that that's going to stick around, especially for the girlies who maybe don't want to do the messier look or maybe aren't like a super girly bow kind of girl. They're more of like the just slick it back, throw it in a ponytail, and do their own trend. I think that that's going to stick around. I couldn't find the name of these headbands for the life of me. I tried to find it and I couldn't find it anywhere. But do you remember those headbands? I'm 24, but those headbands everyone wore in middle school, so like 2011 to 2013, that were like elastic but not. They were like cotton. They were like an inch or two wide, and we all wore them like on our forehead. They were like so bad. They're back. They're back. And I've seen everyone wear them. I'm sorry that wasn't probably like the best explanation, but I couldn't figure out what they were called. They're back, guys. And so if you have straight hair, you're probably going to have that rocking with the straight hair. I've seen them everywhere. So yeah, those are all of the hair trends. Let's talk about shoes. I've seen Adidas Samba sneakers coming back, which I never had a pair, so I'm kind of excited. I've seen them in fun colors, like not the black. I've only seen the black a couple times, but I've seen the navy a lot. I've seen fun colors. I've seen green. I really hope that I don't know. I go back and forth on getting a pair for myself because they go out of trend so quickly, but I kind of want a pair. So what color should I get? I kind of like the navy, but I don't think I'm that kind of girl. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. The next pair of shoes I think are like leather knee-high riding boots. Those are going to come back. They come back every year in the spring. I don't know if they'll be here like after it gets warm. I feel like they probably will. I feel like they're probably gonna make it another summer, as well as the cowgirl boots. Obviously cowgirl boots are still around, not going anywhere, still styling, thanks to the Eras tour, honestly. Rain boots I think are gonna be a fun addition this spring that we're gonna see a lot of. Nike sneakers, all the different ones, Air Force Ones, Dunks, all of those. We see a lot of those. And Vans, but I do want to add this little disclaimer. All of these shoes are trendy if they're clean. If they're like dirty and covered in mud, they're not trendy anymore. So make sure you take care of them, keep them squeaky clean, because like that's what makes the difference. It goes from being like your everyday like vibe to like an elevated look when you clean them and they have that different vibe going on. So yeah, like I wanted to say that because I know for Vans specifically, we're all like, Vans are never going out of style, and we all wear like our dirty Vans. Like, just give them a scrub and then they'll be in style again. It's really that easy. High-waisted flowy trousers. I know Hilera has a really good pair. I don't have a pair yet. I really want a pair. They are so versatile. You can wear them out to dinner with friends. You can wear them to work. You can wear them, honestly, so many different places. They're such a good investment. I've seen them a lot in white and beige and tan, black. So definitely get a pair of those. They'll be a part of a capsule wardrobe for sure. I think that one thing that's been very, very trendy this spring, or will be, is experimenting with being bold. Like, we're all experimenting and doing bold things with our fashion that wasn't really trendy before. Like, it was kind of trendy, but in a different sense. Like, I've noticed a lot of wearing mismatched colors, but like in a very chill way. Like, maybe your outfit's all black, your shoes are green, and then like your hair clip is pink, and like your purse is blue. Like, very, very mismatched. Kind of doesn't seem like it goes together, but then it somehow works. We're all very mismatched with our colors right now, and being bold, trying new things. I think that's where like the hot pink and the brighter colors are coming in for spring this year, because we're all just like experimenting. So don't be afraid to try something new. I think that's definitely a very big trend this season. In terms of makeup, I think we're all in our skincare era. Like, everyone is in their skincare era. So we're wearing a lot less makeup. I don't know if that's because everyone doesn't want to wear as much makeup because it's harder to keep your skincare in check. Like, I know when I'm wearing a ton of makeup, I break out more. I don't know if the reason is because like we all are working on our skincare, so our skin's glowy, so we maybe don't need as much makeup. I really don't know what the reason is, but we're all in our skincare era, so we're not wearing as much makeup. Like, maybe like a tinted moisturizer and some blush. Very pinky, very natural, very sun-kissed, especially as we go right back into the spring and summer. So very natural makeup. Just focus on your skincare, honestly. I guess that's the vibe right now. Not the sun actually being directly in my eye. Sorry, if you're watching this, you're just watching me struggle. I didn't turn on my light because I was like, no, the sun. Well, apparently the sun doesn't like me very much, so that's where we're at. So in terms of like lipstick, we're going to be doing a pink or a nude, like fun pinks or nudes. Very like, again, very natural. And lastly, jewelry. This is the last little bit. I think that gold jewelry is going to be in again. I do see a lot of people wearing silver, and I think that either one is fine. I just think that gold is going to take over again, especially as we go right back into the spring and the summer, where it's like the sun is out and vibes are high and we're all loving it. I think that gold is going to be out, and then also pearls. Those two are going to be like the combination that we see so much, is pearls and gold jewelry. It's all we're going to see in terms of jewelry. There are people who look better in silver, so obviously silver is going to still be a thing. I've been trying to wear more silver, but I think that gold is going to take the cake again. Like, I think that gold has just been the vibes lately, but maybe I'm a little biased. So yeah, I wish I had more. I really didn't plan a ton because I didn't want to overwhelm you. But let me know if you want me to do those Amazon links, and I think that's pretty much it. My brain is kind of everywhere. I don't know what's going on. We're very scatterbrained today. But I hope you guys still enjoyed this podcast episode. Don't forget to leave a rating and review. I would love to hear from you and see what your favorite things about the podcast are, things you think that we could improve, anything like that. Don't forget to follow and join the community on Instagram and TikTok. I have all of that linked down below, as well as follow on whatever platform you're currently listening on. And I will see you on Wednesday in part 2 of our Hot Girl Spring podcast little series. I love you guys so, so much. If you're watching on the Sunday this comes out, I hope you have a great night. If you're watching on any other day, I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or night. I love you, and I'll see you in my next podcast episode. Bye, guys.
You was the first week.